Guys, it is time. Now I know I promised you a couple of videos ago that I was going to get round to getting this built. Now, as a stickler for continuity, I'm going to start this video out by saying you are going to probably see me wearing a hat, not wearing a hat, wearing this t-shirt, and probably not wearing this t-shirt because I'm going to build this over a couple of days. And yeah, it's just, I'm not going to be taking my t-shirt off and saving it for day 2, so it looks like I've built it all in one go. So you may see a different hairstyle, you may see a cap or not, you'll probably see a different t-shirt. Let's be honest, it's rather warm at the moment in the UK. So anyway, so we're going to get this opened. We're going to get it kind of shown. There's not really much to show you apparently, because with Bricklink sets you don't even get instructions. So I don't even know whether there's going to be a little QR code in there to take you to the instructions or what. I've never, ever, ever opened a box from Bricklink before, so this is going to be interesting. I know we do have some Bricklink sets, but we've never opened them. They're unbuilt. So let's get this opened and let's see what's inside a Bricklink box, and then let's start building it. I'm kind of excited. Can you tell? My lovely train. My lovely train. Right, let's go, guys. Right, guys, so we've just cut the seals. I didn't want to film that because obviously knives and stuff don't go. Oh! Boxception again. A box inside a box. Okay. So I was definitely right. There is no instructions. I mean, I knew there was no instructions, but I was at least expecting... Oh, okay, boxes on the floor. That's not good. There's a bag that's been sealed. Oh no, we've got it. Right. So, we've got a lot of boxes. I am going to have to just cut this one off camera in a second, just to make sure that there's no little... Oh, here we go. Now, this is kind of what I was expecting. Some train track. And a little booklet of sorts. So there we go. So we are getting some stickers, obviously, and then we do. So this is what I was hoping for. So it's a little kind of A5 sized flyer. And it's got a picture of the finished model. It's got a little bit about the designer. And it says here, thank you for hopping aboard the Wild West train. Your backing truly makes a difference. I hope this set brings you as much joy as I had while designing it. Saddle up, partner, and enjoy your wild adventure. Happy building. And then on the back there is instructions to get the download for the PDF and the Lego Builder app. But I do believe the instructions aren't on the Builder app yet because my darling wife has already checked and they're still not there. So... wow, okay, so by the looks of it, I don't want to get these bags out of here. They are just more bags as always. But in front of me, I can see a bag 40. Oh, that's a high number. I don't know if I've ever seen a set that's gone up bag 40. Don't even think Avengers Tower went that high. Ooh, no, maybe it did actually, maybe it did. I can't remember. But I am literally going to hand you over to voiceover Chris. Let's go. Guys, so I hope you are ready for this because this turns into an absolutely unbelievable beast of a build. I didn't know at the outset of this, but this ended up being over 1 meter long. So as you can just about see, it fits literally perfectly on the desk. We don't have much room for error. So we started off doing kind of the ad hoc bits. So we built the track first, then we built the windmill element, and then we spent a little bit too long building the water tower element. I'm not going to lie, this ended up being quite a challenge for me. Don't know why, there was just some elements in there. There was a fair few hundred pieces that sit inside the actual water tower. It genuinely seemed to take forever. I built it on a live whilst I was doing a live, and everybody was enjoying me suffering quite verbally. In the end, Mrs. L came over. She gave me some pointers, some direction, because clearly she is the head honcho in this household when it comes to challenging builds. So she helped me. We moved on quickly from that point and got it done. As I said at the outset of this video, I've been wanting to build a train, a Lego train, for such a long time. and I've had my eye on so many different ones. This is the kind of first one that I've genuinely seen and gone, oh my god, I need to have it, I need to build it, it needs to be done. I'm a massive fan of all things planes, trains and automobiles. When it comes to the whole Wild West kind of theme, it always harks me back to the Back to the Future 3 and old spaghetti westerns, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, you know, but to name a few. And I have actually got a really cool idea to do with this. When I finally get round to putting this build, or so I should say, sorry, this train into the city that we're going to build, I am definitely at some point going to mount a small form factor DeLorean at the front of this train. I think it would be quite cool. Although there is a Speed Champions DeLorean coming out early next year apparently, so we shall wait and see for that. But back to this, yeah, unbelievable designer. Massive shout out to the designer Lucas. This ended up being my favourite build. The car elements, the coal bunker element, the coal car element, where that he's already retrofitted ready for a motor. It's just, he's not spared any kind of expense when it comes to the design of this. It is just a fantastic build. If you have it, genuinely, please let me know in the comments what you thought of the build, what you think of the look, the colours that he used, the colour palette, the minifigures, all of it, you know. I know there's some stickers in there, but it's to be expected when you're trying to achieve what he was trying to achieve. So yeah, as you've seen very briefly over the last couple of minutes, that's how the build came together. I am really looking forward to the next 15-20 minutes or so and explaining this set to you in some quite substantial detail, showing you some of my favourite bits. And yeah, and at the end, don't forget, we're going to show you the Medieval Seaside Market as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Right, I'm going to throw you back over. Guys, there we go, it is done. That is the Wild West train from Series 4 of Bricklink. We're going to get into it, break down these individual kind of carts, components, engines. Oh no, little Mr. Minifigure fell over. How did we miss that? There we go. And yeah, and explain to you why that there is the worst thing I've ever built out of Lego. The rest of it is unbelievable. I just had a real nightmare with that thing. But yeah. And just as a little teaser, it has taken the top spot in the best thing I have ever built. It is unbelievable. Right, let's get into it, guys. Let's break down. Let's get the roof off these components. Show you inside them. Although I can't show you inside that safe, but there is some money and some gold bars. So yeah, here we go. This is set number 910044, the Wild West train, and it is designed by Lucas. Alright guys, so we're going to make a start here with these two elements. So this is the windmill element. This kind of brings that design to life and that build to life. Just adds another depth to it. So some cool rotating parts. Although we're not a massive fan of the blue Technic pin right in the front and centre of that there, but design constraints, I suppose. So that's a cool little element that goes with it. Oh, not my favourite part of the build. Anybody that watched me do this on my live build will know how much I struggled with this. Not the whole build, but just specifically this kind of water tower round element in there. It looks really simplistic. Unless you have built this or have watched somebody build it, there is hundreds of pieces that go inside of here. So much so I'm not even going to take the roof off to show you, because if it all falls apart, it won't be going back together. For me, it didn't take anything away from the build. All I will say is that for me, I really struggled with this element. I didn't struggle with anything else in this build, so much so that it is the most, you know, my favourite build of all time. But yes, that element there I did struggle with. But again, it makes it look good. It adds an amazing aesthetic to the overall design. So if we kind of put them in situ of where they're kind of meant to be, you can see it kind of just brings that design to life, doesn't it? It really, really adds that depth, and it makes you actually believe that you're almost in the Wild West, which is, I'm sure, what the designer was going for. So there's all them amazing minifigs that come with this. As you well know, I am not a massive minifig guy, so when it comes to talking about details and minifigs and stuff like that, I can't really get into it too much. I just know that these are some cool looking minifigs. I especially love the pack horses, as I call them, carrying all the goods. So yeah, 13 minifigs, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oh, 12 minifigs, sorry, and 2 horses. Amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the back. As you can see, I've just taken it apart ever so slightly, just to show you guys a little bit more detail of each individual cart, and then we'll get up to the engine. So we're going to start at the back. Obviously the roof comes off this element. If we look in there, there is a really cool, I wonder if you guys can see that actually, but there is a cool sliding door element. That is really, really cool. And deep down inside there we have some money. Coming along here, we've got another horsey. So technically 3 horses, not 2. And he is there having some hay. Now, I did see there's a comment on one of my videos where it mentioned that somebody really struggled to line up some of the tiles on this piece. Actually, a piece has just fallen off the back. Give me a second, let me just turn that around. So I just want to talk a little bit more about some of these elements. Whilst I do think some of these ones are a little bit loose, I didn't have any trouble lining any of these up, I must admit. So everything worked fine for me. I can't really, I've had a quick look at the instructions and I can't seem to replicate what one of the comments was saying. So if anybody else has struggled, who's built this set, who struggled with this, maybe I just misbuilt it. Maybe there's not an error in the instructions like the comment had said. But yeah, I had absolutely no issues with this in building this, although I can't get that piece to stick down now. There we go. So yeah, that is the horse cart basically. Just turn that around once more. That is my only criticism of this, is that these little pieces keep popping off, but I'll sort that in a bit. Might do some modifications just ever so slightly to some of them, just hold them in place. But yeah, so that is the horse cart. Look at them details inside there. I can zoom in that for you. Okay, and now we've got the coach cart basically. So this is your passenger cart. The colours on this are beautiful. Again, obviously the roof comes off. We'll take you inside that in a minute. You can see some cool little, let me just get this right, some cool little light elements. Yeah, beautiful, almost regal colours with the reds, and then on the inside in a second the greens. We've then got doors that open, which is a really cool feature. And then if we take you inside, you can see them greens that we were talking about. You've got a table, you've got a luggage rack element that goes along there. Yeah, I really enjoyed building that kind of wooden paneling effect. The designer did an amazing job of this one. I'm a really big fan of this. So much so that I would love to, as and when we finally get around to it, build another one of these. So get all the parts and to build another kind of coach cart. So yeah, that is the second. So we're going to move on now to the, I don't even know what to call that one actually, to be fair. That is kind of, yeah, I actually don't know. I'm just going to do it on the fly. Let's move that. Let's put that onto here so you guys can see. So we've got a grand piano, we have a safe, and then we've got some kind of box elements and some barrel elements. Now I know, I don't know if I can show you guys, but inside there is some money and there is a gold bar. So we just have to put that back on. It is a little bit fiddly, but it's not meant to come apart. That is all there is to say about that. Now the mechanics underneath these things are relatively simple, nice and straightforward. Yeah, I don't know what you would call that element. Freight, I guess. Is it freight? Yeah, so it's probably like a freight cart, isn't it? Which is cool. It is open. It just adds another depth and dimension to the build, for definite. Now we have the coal cart, obviously part of the engine. Now the designer has done an amazing job of this, because what they've done is they have made this so it's ready to be motorized. So they've left the space inside the build. So you basically take out these 4 pillars, there's a motor fits in there. You can see just down there there's a gap in the bottom for the ribbon cable to go through. And basically you replace the wheels on here for the drive wheels. So they tried to motorize the engine itself, but it was too much change of aesthetic to motorize that, so it made more sense to have these as the drive wheels. So in the very near future I will be doing a video of me converting this into the motorized version, and I've just bought a load more train track and stuff like that, so it's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, again, simple, nice, basic elements. Obviously stickers for the Brick Express, and then a really cool way of kind of displaying that almost layered coal effect, which is really cool. Now, as some would say, time for the main event. We got that ringing bell there, which is cool. So I just spin this around so you guys can see a little bit up into the... I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see. Just tap that, right. So you'll see in there we've got the steam dials, we've got the boiler right there. Well, you can just see a reflection of my beautiful face. There we go, we've got the spanners, we've got the hammers, the gauges. It's quite simplistic but very clever at the same time. Again, another light elements. Let me zoom that back out. One thing I love about this is that you get that, oh excuse me, without breaking it apart, you get that full train wheel motion, which is immense. It's very, very good. Done a really good job on that. And then obviously we have the main components of the train. Very clever use of pieces to create those steam pipe work elements, and again just some amazing colors. Very, very clever use of connectors and connector pins and things like that, and claw elements almost, to create the front of the train, the cow catcher almost, which would clear any debris on the track. And it was, I think if I'm right in saying this, invented as to be a cow catcher to move livestock off the rails and stuff like that, so it wouldn't damage the train. But yeah, so as you can see, unbelievable. I cannot wait to get this motorized. I cannot wait to get this motorized. Just move these elements out of the way. So guys, that was my kind of in-depth review of my build of the Series 4 Bricklink Wild West train. I don't want to, there's nothing really negative about this. I know I've mentioned the water tower, but that is probably just me. I'm not really, I've seen one other person say they had issues with it, but it is what it is. It is a very challenging build. That is the whole point of the Bricklink Designer Program. There is some very challenging elements to it. It really kind of tests your building capabilities, and it kind of emphasizes what the designers are trying to achieve, in that they are going for aesthetic over potentially form and function sometimes, because they want an element to look more realistic. Whereas Lego sometimes strip it all back, and the way that their design process works is that they want to kind of achieve that balance between form, aesthetic and buildability. I think when it comes to the Bricklink Design Program, we're already talking about guys and gals that are master builders. They are unbelievable designers. They can kind of take bricks and turn it into this. So yeah, top job, top job. Right, I mean, that was the Wild West train from the Series 4 Bricklink Designer Program. I'm going to go and grab the Medieval Seaside Market, which I didn't build. So Mrs. L, Mrs. TTB built the Medieval Seaside Market. So I'm going to bring that across. We're going to have a quick look at that, have a look at some of the elements together for the first time. I genuinely haven't had a proper look at it. So I'm kind of excited to look at this at the same time as you guys almost. And then we'll come back, we'll do a closing. And yeah. But oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to motorize this. I can't wait to drop a motor in there, get some more track and get this going. Woo. Okay guys, so I know there is a lot of Lego Castle fans, or fans of the Lego Castle series, and this is no different. As I said in the kind of last little clip, I've not really had a proper look at this, so I genuinely I'm almost looking at this for the first time, and I've made a conscious effort not to stare at it while it's been sat here for the last couple of days while we've been waiting to film this. But wow, it really comes alive. It's almost a, I mean, it is a vibrant seaside market, and that's kind of what it is. So this is set number 910047. This is designed by Bricks Van Wee. It is the Medieval Seaside Market, and it is the main trading hub in all of the Lion Knights Kingdom. It is a crazy, crazy, crazy build. So we've got some cool little elements. Obviously, this is meant to be more water-based, so eventually when we get it into a city, there we will fill this in with some depth and some water depth with some waves and stuff like that. Maybe not waves, but certainly broken water. We've got this cool little pulley system for loading stuff onto the boats, which does actually work. So you can turn this element and it does move. It moves up and down, which is really cool. We've got the blacksmith in there. If I can just turn that up a bit, there we go. So we've got the blacksmith in there with his anvil, hammer, and ooh, we've even got a little rat. Look at that little rat there, just by the lady's bakery. Tell you what, you need to turn around, lady. That rat's gonna steal your loaf. And hang on, is that a snake charmer? Ha! That's a snake charmer, and I think that might be Aladdin's lamp behind him. Sorry, the genie's lamp, not Aladdin's lamp. We just bring this up here, so we've got like a, I think they call these like a trebuchet almost, don't they? Like a catapult. I believe, does this come off? I don't know, I might break my wife's build here. Oh yes it does, we're okay. So down in there, what's that? Knights, oh, it's like a knight's room. So we've got some gold bar element. He's got his quill to write his daily diary entries. That'll be a Netflix series before we know it. We've got some cool sword elements. That is amazing. He's got just a, you know, as you do, a gold bar in the corner of his room, and the gold was in abundance, clearly. Try and get that back on there. I'm not going to focus too much on it if we can. I don't want to break it. We're just going to leave it there for a second. Got some more soldier stroke knight elements. We've got the fishman. Got the fishmonger there with his fish. We've got a little pooch with his bone. Some more fish. Got some crabs. Look at that. We've got the veg stall. Them carrots are looking nice and vibrant. And then obviously we've got a little horse and cart that's around the side here because you can't go in the water. Oh, train. And then just quickly around the back, as you can see, got some more greenery elements. Overall, I think it's safe to say that that is an unbelievable build. I know my wife utterly enjoyed that. Oh, sorry, that gets pushed down. My wife utterly enjoyed building that. There is some more kind of hidden features inside. They're not easily accessible, so that is most definitely what I class as a builder's privilege. If you build it, you kind of get to see those almost Easter eggs. It is really, really, really cool. Woo! So that, guys, is the Medieval Seaside Market of Series 4 of Bricklink. What an unbelievable series. Obviously, we only got these two. They were the only two that really took our fancy. When it comes to Series 5, we've got another one, so we've got 3 coming. Series 6, I think, is going to be 5, but we will wait and see. Guys, so that is my review of our 2 Bricklink Series 4 sets. We've got the Wild West train to my left. We've got the Medieval Seaside Market to my right. Both of them, you can understand how and why they got voted and they won the BDP Series 4 votes. They are utterly unbelievable. There are some very, very clever people out there. Whew. I'd love to know in the comments below if you have got either of these sets, what you think of either of these sets, and is there any kind of changes you would have made to maybe the Wild West train, the Medieval Seaside Market? Is there anything that you would have done slightly different? And ultimately, your overall thoughts on the Bricklink Designer Program. Are you looking forward to, obviously Series 5 has been and done, are you looking forward to Series 6? Are you looking forward to Series 7 and 8? Oh my days. The BDP keeps growing from strength to strength. I know there's some controversy where people are kind of worried about, they've upped the cap from 30 to maybe 50,000 on some sets. So what? So what? More people can get them. That is what works for me. Guys, don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video and you like this type of content, please make sure you give it a like, drop me a comment. Ultimately, make sure you subscribe. 98% of the people who watch my videos don't subscribe, which is crazy. But yeah, I've really enjoyed building this. I've really enjoyed watching my wife build this. Bricklink Designer Program Series 4 is done. Now we've got to wait 6 to 7 months for Series 5. Oh. Well, okay, let's move on, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.